Surprise! You got thumbnailed. Not Vic here, unfortunately, but Katie. And today we're going to be cleaning these Concord 11 Lows. As you can see, they are pretty messed up, and we're going to be cleaning them with our women's 3-brush advanced sneaker laundry system. This kit launches officially on Monday, June 11th. Available for pre-sale now at Reshoevn8r.com. I also wanted to mention we do still have 3 of our women's limited edition influencer kits available on our site as well if you want to check those out. Before I get into this cleaning, I do want to mention that we do regularly recommend not to put these in the laundry system. The reason being is we have seen the patent leather bleed into the mesh in some cases. We have personally cleaned over 50 pairs of Concords and never had that issue ourselves. So when doing this, unless your shoes are basically either going in the trash or getting cleaned, I wouldn't normally recommend the laundry system. If it is just a light cleanup, you can use our 3-brush 4-ounce kit. All right, so let's get started with our cleaning. The first step is I'm going to grab our shoe trees and adjust them to the size in the shoe. All right, now that we have the shoe trees in the shoes, I'm gonna go ahead and clean off the table and remove the laces on the shoe that we're going to clean. All right, now that we have removed the laces from the shoe, I'm gonna grab our advanced sneaker cleaner and put it in the bowl of water. And put a little extra, these are really dirty. And then we're gonna start off our cleaning by using our soft brush first. All right, now that we've hit the entire upper with the soft brush, as you can see, they still are kind of dirty, but that's the reason we're using the sneaker laundry system, is to really flush out that mesh. But we're gonna go ahead and move on to the medium brush. I'm going to use this brush for the midsole and to kind of loosen a little bit up on the bottom of the soles as well. Bye. All right, now that I've used the medium brush to hit the midsoles and to kind of loosen up the dirt on the bottom of the sole, we're gonna move on to our sole brush. All right, now that we've cleaned the entire shoe, I'm just gonna wipe it down with our microfiber towel. As you can see, the uppers actually do look really great. The pattern looks great. The midsoles are bright white and the soles even cleaned up really nicely. There is a little bit of yellowing on the sole just because this shoe is a pretty old shoe. It's about 4 or 5 years old. Obviously, a cleaner is not going to remove the yellowing, but the overall look of the shoe looks really great. And now we are going to put it in our sneaker laundry bag to try to really clean out that mesh. Don't forget to include your shoelaces in the laundry bag. I'm gonna dip mine in the bowl with the solution and just lather them. When I put anything in the washer, I always make sure to try to tie a knot on the end just so that it secures the bag and the shoe, and to help prevent the shoe and the shoelaces from coming out during the wash. And there we have it. Let's go throw it in the washer. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put our shoe into the washer. You are gonna wanna make sure that it's on a short cycle if your washer allows you to choose the cycle. So we're gonna put a small cycle, make sure everything is cold water only. I'm gonna grab our magical sneaker laundry detergent.
Does it say magical?
It says magical.
I don't see magical.
Because it's magically invisible.
Magically invisible.
Go ahead and squeeze it. Fill up the entire lid. Pour it in. Where did I put that? Shut your washer and let the magic begin. All right, so we're done with the laundry system. We're gonna go ahead and pull the shoe out. Take the laces in here. So the laces look really great. I am going to kind of address the shoe. So even though the material is really wet, it does lighten significantly once it's dry. It is really wet right now, so as you can see, but it still does look a little bit discolored. I am gonna go ahead and hit the uppers again. I did clean out my bowl of yeah. We're gonna go ahead, I can't even. We're gonna go ahead and hit the uppers again with the soft brush. I did clean out my bowl of solution and water just because they were really, really dirty and I wanted to make sure to get rid of some of that extra dirt. So we're gonna add a little bit more solution in here. And then we're gonna grab the soft brush and like I said, just hit them up one more time. All right, so now that I've hit the uppers for a second time with the soft brush, I'm actually gonna grab the medium brush and go over some of the areas that are really, really stained. I'm gonna wanna be really, really careful with this brush because I don't wanna snag the material, and it's always helpful if you're going only in one direction. Bye. He was in our video. All right, so now that I redid the whole upper of the shoe for a second time, like I said, I did use a soft brush with a mixture of the medium brush. You can see it lightened up a little bit, but like I said before, when the mesh is wet, it does tend to be a little bit dark and sometimes even a little discolored looking, so you always want to let it dry for 24 hours before you decide if you really want to rewash it. So we're going to go ahead and put it back in the laundry bag and back in the laundry system for a second wash. All right, now that we've secured the shoe in the bag, we're gonna go ahead and drop it in the wash for a second time. So I'll be back with the second result. Is that okay? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. It feels, all right, now that we have finished the second cleaning of the shoe, it does look really great. It's fully clean. It actually looks like it's barely used without the little bit of yellowing, I think, on the soles. It really looks dead stock. So I'm gonna go ahead and lace the shoe up. All right, that wraps up our Concord Low cleaning video. If you'd like to purchase the products that we used today, the women's kit launches on Monday at Reshoevn8r.com. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like below, and leave a comment on what you'd like to see us clean next. Also, if you think that Princess has a better haircut than Bubbles and Fresh D, comment below. We'll see you next time. Princess, do you have a better haircut? And then there's like 700 thumbs and thumb down. And then Hayden would cry.
The thumbs.
Thumbs down.